Or this TV show.
And we're back with another episode of Do You Remember This Movie?
Or this TV show.
You guys are getting good at that. You guys practice? Maybe. You know,
we get on 20 minutes early.
Just to check it out. How are you guys tonight, Cam? Trent, how are you?
Very good.
Good. We have 2 new movies, but first, hold up. You got a Mystery Science Theater 3000 shirt?
Yeah.
That's a cool shirt. I should get one of those.
Yeah, it's a show about 3 beings that watch movies that are terrible and discuss them. So I just think it's just a neat concept. Also, they originate from Minnesota too. So
I did not know that.
Yeah, it was on St. Paul cable access in the early 80s or the mid 80s.
I didn't know that. Well, I doubt they ever watched these 2 movies.
Probably not.
Probably not. Speaking of the movies that we have tonight, Cam, which ones are they?
Now it's time for the synopsis with Cam. The synopsis with Cam.
I like the visuals, guys. All right. Our first movie, Street Fighter 1994. A ragtag group of unlikely allies take down an over-the-top bad guy in a movie that certainly, at one point, maybe had a plot.
Hard to say.
Yeah, and this movie is unique. It's like just like Cam said, it's about a guy that needs to save these people from captivity. And puts together a team to do so. There's no other movie that exists that has that plot line. But let's find out who is in this movie. Give me
who's not in this movie.
Because there's a lot of people in this one. But let's see.
Buckle up, it's the cast and crew. We're going.
All right, we're going to work our way down and up on my list here. Not that you know who's on my list, and let's see how horribly I can pronounce some of these names. All right, that should be the thing, the buckle up for the cast and crew and listening to Corey butcher names with Corey. All right, first off, we got Hadouken, number 1, which is played by Ryu. All right, Hadouken, and that's an actor named Byron Mann, who obviously you guys probably remember him from the movie Skyscraper with The Rock. Yeah! And he was Inspector Wu. So you can. Next up, we have second Hadouken, and that is Ken. Hadouken. Okay, cool. I was leaving room for that one. Okay, and I'm going to pronounce the name wrong. Damien Champa?
Damien Chapa, right?
Chapa, yeah. Who is known for being his character? Was it Milklo? Miklo. God, I'm an idiot, dude. Miklo. I hope people in the comments say, okay, that guy needs to quit reading or learn how to read.
Maybe, yeah. Hooked on
but honestly, that's half the fun is just trying to have me pronounce names. But we know him mainly from Blood In, Blood Out.
Not to slide off topic, but I'm from a small town, and there was a radio announcer that when he would do basketball games or something, and he didn't know how to pronounce the player's name, he would call him the X-Man or the Z-Man.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so so somebody thought
I would just if I was doing that, I'd just be number 21 takes the shot and passes it to 6. 6 passes it back to 21. 21 back to 6. 6 to 3 and they missed. Okay.
Next now the score is 21-21 with 21 having 6 points on the.
That's the way I would totally do it. Chung Li is played by an actress named Ming Na Wan.
And she's best known for the Baby Yoda show.
I mean, I was going to say she's best known for being Melinda May in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I mean, that's actually a pretty accurate representation of
who's she in Baby Yoda show.
Well, she was in the Book of Boba Fett. She's Finnick, right? Is that I might have the character's name wrong. I don't remember the character's names very well.
Oh,
she's the assassin, the sniper.
Oh, okay.
She watches Boba Fett take a bath. That's what she does. It's her job.
She's most known for watching Boba Fett take a bath. Raul Julia.
Raul.
Scooby Doo's the announcer tonight.
Astro from.
Did I say it wrong, or did it just sound funny?
A little bit of
both.
Yeah.
I am so sorry to everyone who is watching.
It's okay.
If you're, as long as you're watching, that's all I really care about. So, maybe we should switch roles. Damn. But he played Bison. But he's most known for, and this is another pretty realistic known for, but he's most known for being Gomez Addams in the Addams Family.
In the 90s.
Yeah, not the new Addams Family.
Yeah, he's not most known for being John Aston.
Speaking of Jean, we have, and I practiced this one before.
That was a crazy transition. I gotta give it.
Jean-Claude Van Damme, who played Guile. So I got two movies that this guy is mostly known for. All right. So obviously he's mostly known for as being Jack Quinn in Double Team with Dennis Rodman. But even more so that he played two roles. So there's Jean-Claude and Van Damme that played in Double Impact. Two different guys. So
I think we do need to switch roles because he's obviously mostly known from the was it a Volvo ad where he did the splits between the two trucks?
Ooh,
you guys remember that?
That would have been a good clip.
I do remember that.
I do remember that too. Nicely done. Maybe we switch roles one of these days. And I write the synopsis.
Trent's got to write new songs.
I do like doing the cast and crew, though, even though I butcher some of the names. But you know what? That's part of the fun. Anyways, time for the clips with Trent.
Yeah, let's. So I actually don't have a lot of clips for Street Fighter because, you can't clip all of the fights.
How many were there?
Well, and then also the fights all go from one fight to another fight, so it would be impossible to just show you just one fight. So I just got what I just considered interesting here. Okay, so here's Chun-Li and Guile. He takes over the mic to give a message to this terrorist who wants to, he's hurting people, right? He has hundreds of people hostage, right? And so this is him being diplomatic.
That bastard Bison! I know you like to look at yourself on television, you sick son of a bitch. So look at this.
What are you doing?
Was that last week that we were saying that we should bring that back, or was that? Yeah. It's such a solid insult.
Yeah, it needs to come back.
Oh, see,
especially while driving, like road rage style. Let go of the wheel.
Yeah, because you need two hands. You can't just. Yeah.
I had thought he was just flexing his muscles towards Bison there.
So this movie kind of reminds me of the new Deadpool movie in the sense where it's just fan service. This movie from beginning to end is just fan service. And so these two guys, because they don't look super, because they don't have costumes as much, so they don't look just like their 16-bit counterparts. They have to say each other's names, and I always think this is funny in movies when they address each other by name when they're only talking to each other. So just check this out.
Balrog, do you believe this?
Believe this, Honda? Man, I'm shooting it.
anyway,
Like, just so you know which character
Yeah.
is which.
yeah. So
Yeah.
so that the Street Fighter geeks are like, oh man, that's Honda. I told you. Telling their friend next to them, I told you that's Honda.
I knew that was going to be Honda.
Yeah.
I just knew. It's by the shirt, the Hawaiian shirt. I knew it.
So, if you think that Guile's upsetting of the terrorists, like the gestures towards the terrorists, if you think that was, maybe not well thought out, how about this?
Colonel Guile.
So Bison takes over the feed.
Yeah, they hack in.
Oh yeah, and I just skipped that. Check this out. Guile forgets that he's on television. Bison can see everything, and he goes, "Hurry up! Trace this feed while he's on television."
Colonel Guile. Greeting.
He took the bait. Trace that signal.
Why
It's like
do you
telling the
address
bad guy we're going to try to trace it.
He covered the mic.
Yeah, but he's like, I'm not talking about you. No. Okay. Anyway, and then check this out.
with such disrespect?
Warrior, you. How many doctors and nurses have you killed this week? How many children have you orphaned?
You will choke on those words, Guile.
By the way, Raul Julia doesn't look healthy, especially in the beginning of this movie. And so this was his last movie. I mean, he was very, very sick throughout this movie, which is sad to see, but you can actually see that he's sick. He doesn't look like his normal self.
Well, and a lot of people say that he took this role fairly serious because he wanted, for his kids or something, because it was Street Fighter, it was the video game. But he by far is the best part of this entire movie.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. So
Anytime, big head. We'll go worldwide, just like now.
General, they're tracing this.
You think you're so clever, Guile? Think about this. You have 3 days. If my $20 billion
time.
are
That
not
clip is a little
delivered by then, the hostages will die, and the world will hold you responsible. Victory!
Charlie!
I had just thought it was funny
Hang on, buddy.
that he had a 3-day timer.
The world will hold you responsible. Victory!
Charlie! Hang on, buddy. We're coming!
hey, Bison, that one guy named Charlie, that's the guy that we're trying to really save.
Yeah.
Don't do anything to him.
Yeah. We're going to tell you the one guy I personally actually care about.
Yeah.
And don't hurt him.
That's terrorist negotiations 101. Sorry to cut you off, Corey.
No, that's fine. I like what you said more than what I was thinking.
The 3-day timer is hilarious, and also that killing the hostages means victory. It's like, well, then just do it now, dude.
Well, and also, okay, the 3-day timer thing is really weird because they have time to do the whole posing as his entertainment at that indoor circus bazaar thing that they're doing.
We're coming! Hang on!
The days of multiple TVs to make one big screen.
Reminds me of B-dubs.
Yeah.
And then so if you're wondering is this gonna be a serious movie, because there's it's about fighting and whatever.
Fact. My men have already unloaded the truck and brought the weapons.
So
here.
Ryu and Ken, who aren't the main characters of the movie, however, they are absolutely 100% the main characters of the game.
Of the game, yeah.
Right?
Which never made sense to me as a kid. I'm like, why is Guile the most popular one in the movie? But yeah, go on.
Because they had already signed Damien
Well, you got
Chapa.
Yeah, well, and you got Jean-Claude and Van Damme in this movie, so
Yeah. So they tried to trick the enemy here by selling them guns, and here's what the guns end up being.
What's the matter, gentlemen? Surely you're not afraid of your own weapons. Preto! Salomo! Aho!
got him.
By the way, that guy. Let's get back here. This guy right here. Do you guys know who he is?
Like the actor or the character?
Other movies that he's been in.
Oh, that's Saget is the character, which they say his name multiple times. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I'm slowly but surely trying to cheat here.
Well, he was in a movie called Mystery Men, and he played this guy, the Sphinx.
Oh, Mystery Men, like the comic book movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He was also in Heat. Just saying.
Well, I just wanted to. I'm gonna reference I'm gonna reference his character in Mystery Men later. But anyway, that's the same guy. All right.
Oh, dude, he was Sonny in Spirit Rangers.
Of course he was.
Yeah.
Household name.
Yeah.
Okay. So we kind of sped through the movie. It's a lot of like, okay, do we really get along? Are we all going to fight towards the same thing? Blah blah blah.
And if you haven't seen the movie, you haven't missed anything yet.
Yeah.
You can actually just fast forward to this point, actually.
So Bison tricked our heroes into being in the room, right? And then gets them.
Lee, let me at him! It's gas! We gotta get out of here!
It's not poisonous gas that kills them, though.
No.
It doesn't even knock them out.
Urge to make fart joke growing.
Because they're in the next scene. They're,
Prepare for stealth.
And then there they are.
well, no, these are the other good guys.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so he just said prepare for stealth mode, right? They're in these boats, okay? So I'm telling you, this movie is so unique. They actually take the river to the bad guy's place. No other movie does that. But he says stealth mode. So what do they do? All three of these geniuses put their visors down.
Stealth mode.
Online.
Systems ready. Armed. 3, 2, 1. No!
What do the visors do?
They're in stealth mode.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't be not in stealth mode without having a visor down.
That's when I put the shades on for the show. It's just me in stealth mode.
Well, yeah, but the stealth mode is referring to the outside of the vehicle.
Yeah.
Which I do. I'm going to give this movie some props. This is a cool effect. It is a cool effect.
There goes the whole budget. Oh, no longer in stealth mode.
Enemy radar position coming up, sir.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it was okay to have it for 3 seconds.
And it's going down.
But yeah, that's cool.
Where was that in the game?
Yeah. Yeah, there's no boats in the game. It would be kind of cool to see boats fighting, Dalshim. But it would have been neat, but whatever. I think that's a cool effect.
Radar stations are offline.
Activate sonar detectors and filter all inputs.
See, they're all back there now. They're all just standing up upright.
Do you think that whoever greenlit this at Capcom knew what a movie was?
I read that Capcom loved this movie. They thought this was great.
I'm sure they did because they bankrolled it, didn't they?
Yeah.
Right?
Let's see.
So to answer your question, no, they didn't know what a movie was.
Yeah, so everything you've mentioned in the past 2 minutes is that's a cool effect. Well, look there's an inconsistency because they just copy and pasted a scene. It's wow, that kind of just sounds like video game making.
This movie was a budget of $35 million.
Good Lord.
Opening weekend, which was Christmas weekend of 1994, it only made about $7 million, but gross worldwide, it did end up making about $100 million. roughly. So it profited. That's probably why Capcom thought it was great. You know,
like,
came out Christmas.
Street Fighter didn't suffer.
No.
Like this didn't set them back.
Everybody who watched it,
It set us back. Yeah.
I mean, okay, maybe it did set them back. It took them another 8 years to finally make Street Fighter 3. They just kept making Street Fighter 2 something, 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 Street Fighter 2 something, 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 something.
Yeah, how many Street Fighter 2s are there? Because this movie technically even says at the beginning of the movie that this so Street Fighter 2 was already out.
Yes.
When this came out, because obviously
Street Fighter 2 Terminator Edition and Turbo were already out as well.
Okay. And then later on they made movie game.
Yep. Yeah. Street Fighter Street Fighter the movie game. And then it was like Street Fighter 2 EX and then Street Fighter Alpha. And then I know a lot more about Street Fighter than I thought I did. And then and little do people know that the original Street Fighter game was more like a brawler type game, like a bad dudes Double Dragon with two guys, not the main characters of this movie, but the movie that could have been, which is Ryu and Ken. Right, and it was actually and then Chun-Li were the original three.
Well, and they made a movie, Double Dragon, as well.
Yeah,
maybe we should pair that with this.
Well, no,
I think the other one.
I like how the movie that we're gonna show later is the complete opposite. Like everything that happens in this is
right.
Couldn't be further away.
Colonel, someone's picked us up.
By the way, you didn't mention her. She's most known
Cammy?
She's most known for doing a cover of the Locomotion song in 1989.
Really?
Everybody's doing a brand new dance now.
She did a cover of it?
Yeah, it was a hit. It was a huge hit. This is Kylie Minogue. Children.
Osmo detected. They're jamming us.
System failure.
She was a very famous pop star at the time.
They know we're coming.
And she was dating Jean-Claude. Maybe not Van Damme, but Jean-Claude.
She was. Radar station 7.
Her ass is 6 months overdue. And it's mine.
Alive.
This is the best line in the movie. I did save it for you guys. So the guy with the eye patch just said, Guile, he's still alive, right? And then this Bison's, I don't know if you guys caught this. It's great.
His death was designed to ingratiate his spies with you. I guess you didn't see that, did you?
I guess he did. He didn't see that, did you?
It's a good joke.
That was he's best part of the movie.
I think this is the best part of the movie. I feel like I'm always stepping on Corey's toes here with his cast and crew, but you didn't mention who this guy is.
I mean, I could have gone through the entire IMDb.
The whole thing.
This is Blanca. I mean, that's his last name.
Character Blanca.
Isn't that his last name though?
Yeah.
Charlie Blanca.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had to figure out a way to give him the name Blanca. So let's just make him a mutant and give him a name. Oh, isn't this great? Where earlier in the movie, when you first see the images that they're putting into Blanca's head, and Bison's like, "Why isn't he responding well to this?" And then the guy's just like, "Well, not everyone's like a psychopath like you."
It's funny because I'll clip in a second about that. Anyway, if you didn't know who played Blanca, I think it's painfully obvious to know who he is.
Isn't that just Danny Elfman without makeup?
So if you still don't know
Carrot Top. Roided Carrot Top specifically.
Kind of want to break the fourth wall here just for a second. Can you move your video screen over? Other way? A little more? Perfect. Thank you. Now I can see the clip a little bit
Hey,
better.
folks at home, I literally cannot see what they're talking
I put it in
about.
the same place every week.
Well, something's. Oh, hold up. We're good. I had a pop up.
Yeah, because I need to still see my
I just
screen.
won the lottery.
All my controls were like covering it. I didn't realize that. I thought it was your screen. Anyways, back to our regular scheduled program.
Okay, so Bison thinks that Blanca, Blanca Top is gonna jump out of this thing, right? But joke's on you. You got Guile, right? So okay, so I'm gonna show you that again, really slow. It's really creepy. It's really creepy. So I don't know if it's Jean-Claude Van Damme making this jump. You would think he would do his own effects. He was paid enough in this movie.
It's Jean-Claude Van Damme, of course he did.
Yeah, but you'll see. Okay, that's like when he starts the jump. It looks like him, but it also looks like it must be like a rubber mask because it's getting like fatter, and it never looks dead on. It never looks straight on. It's weird. It's weird.
They should have had it that speed in the movie. Actually, that'd have been way better. That would have fit.
His face just like goes from like this shape to like this shape.
Like
Where's Blanca?
like in Austin Powers when he's like trying to get like the bulldozer or thing to stop.
Yeah.
Stop. Yeah.
Yeah, the steamroller
The
thing. Yeah.
steamroller. Yeah. Just yeah.
Well, that's me last time we talk about Austin Powers tonight. All right. You talk about the clips. So you mentioned the clips earlier in the movie where they're showing him like Clockwork Orange style. They're showing him like evil things to make him evil, right? But check this out. So the doctor who is, he's also a hostage who did all this to Blanca. Starts putting his own memories back in his head, and they're all sweet, adorable, things. But
I don't know, General. Everything's crashing. He's fighting my men.
how does Bison know that this is Blanca's
Cerebral
memory?
programming. Quick, patch it in here.
He's so upset.
I mean, that could have been a baby Saddam Hussein for all he knows. I mean, that could have been part of the
Right.
Oh my God! It was 94.
I think I just showed this to I questioned the camo in this movie. The good guys,
Black camo.
the good guys have blue, black, and red camo, but these bright blue hats. And then the bad guys have red and black and gray camo. It feels like player 1, player 2 type of stuff here, but none of it's effective because they're in like this greenery type of place. Those blue helmets.
Player 1, player 2. Who's
Well, aren't they supposed to be UN soldiers?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, they say that they're
Oh,
soldiers in the Associated Nations or
Yeah,
whatever,
the
the Allied
AN.
Nations.
Yeah.
So that's actually because that's what UN peacekeepers look like. But
It just okay, but I guess my point. I'm not
Yeah,
trying to get into a street fight with you here. But I guess if you're gonna wear bright blue helmets because that's your thing, then you don't need to wear camo.
certainly not in the jungle.
Yeah, this is like there could be many more people here. We're just seeing the soldiers. You know what I'm saying?
This is merely superconductor
I like this line too. But it's merely superconductor.
electromagnetism. Surely you've heard of it. It levitates bullet trains from Tokyo to Osaka. It levitates my desk, where I ride the saddle of the world. And it levitates me.
Now we're seeing I think that move was in the game.
It is in the game.
Yeah.
I also want to make sure we showed this move in the game.
Oh, we haven't seen Vega yet, have we?
I
Ken doesn't get a.
He does. He does the uppercut.
So you can.
Why do they have the same moves? Was that ever explained in any game or
Why do they have the same moves?
Game Informer article or something?
Because they were the white guy and red guy.
So they're double dragons.
Yeah.
Just for Street Fighter.
I wanted to, so I included this scene just because, sometimes people see memes and they don't know where they originated from, or they see a scene in a movie and they don't know what it's a reference to. So I included this as more of an educational part of our series here.
The enemies of peace and freedom are at our walls.
Are you totally demented, man? Our boss is the enemy of freedom and peace. These people have come from all over the world to stop him. If you're smart, you'll save your own ass.
General Bison, he's a bad guy.
Zangief is good guy. He'll crush man's skull like sparrow's egg between thighs. And I say, Zangief, you are bad guy. But this does not mean you're bad guy.
Yeah.
What is that from?
Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh, I've never seen that.
I haven't either.
How did they get all those IPs to agree to that? That's crazy.
The whole game, the whole thing is there's Pac-Man and cute movie, But yeah, Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, well, I'm not a baby. I'm a cool guy, so I'll skip it.
We're about to get the money shot here, aren't we?
Yes, it is. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so this movie ends with like the winning pose of each character, and nobody dies.
No.
Nobody.
Well,
dies.
I mean, Raul actually died before the movie started. Yeah, I guess before it played.
Yeah, that's a pretty ridiculous photo. But so this was rated PG-13.
That was on purpose.
Really?
I read about this. That was on purpose.
But like for marketing?
Yeah, because they said it would ruin the movie if it was G or PG. Like no teenage kid would go see a PG movie. So
They're right. They are right.
So
well, didn't he like? Is that why they say dickhead at one point?
Yes, exactly.
Like literally, it was like, why did he? It does not fit the rest of the movie.
No. That's exactly what happened. Is they got done with the movie and it got a PG rating, so they went back and had Van Damme say a few things to push it.
To push it to a PG-13.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And which is funny because the only thing that I think they would have needed to do, I'm not super knowledgeable about this stuff. I've seen a lot of movies. The scene where you see Vega for the first time, he's in a cage match with it's barbed wire, but it's like electrified.
Yeah.
There's blood on that barbed wire. All you had to do was just show that blood. That would have made it PG-13.
Just showing
a quick shot of it. Yeah.
Is there any blood in the movie even?
That when Vega scratches Ryu.
Oh, okay, yep. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually surprised just now when I looked at it was PG-13, which I guess that makes sense, because they said that one word and yeah, they wanted to try to make it a little bit edgy. This movie could have been so much better than it was.
You saying that one word, now it's like Trent's gonna bleep and cover my mouth, and everyone's gonna think I said something awful.
I'll write captions for the entire episode just so that I can say something that you'd be like, wait, what?
Cam said that? Oh my god!
I don't want to. Corey will probably think that we should say this final thoughts, but I think it's good topical of like, has there ever been a good video game movie?
Super Mario Bros. I had a good time.
The new one?
The 94 one? Oh, I thought you meant
no, the new one. Come on, the one back in the day. That thing's funny, but no.
I mean, technically, has there been a good one? But I will always enjoy the original Mortal Kombat movie. It's not good, and
no, I like it as well, but it's not good. Yeah.
No, I thought I liked this movie. like for the last 25 years, maybe no, for the last
Close to
30 years. For the last 30 years, I in my brain was like, yeah, Street Fighter, that's a great movie, dude. I was wrong. I was way wrong.
It's not a good movie.
I mean, the only other video game movie I like, as of recently, I was a big fan of the Sonic movies. I thought those went over pretty well. I thought Jim Carrey did a great job. Which is funny with that movie because that got pushed back because everybody hated the way Sonic looked.
Yes.
Yeah, because of his cursed eyes and teeth.
He looked so awful, and then they went back and redid it. But
you know what, Corey? I genuinely, on that recommendation, will now watch those.
Yeah, I never watched them.
I believe you.
I mean, they were fine. They were good. They had some jokes.
Were there good like chili dog jokes?
If I remember right, there were. I would watch them again. And I've seen.
And next week's episode,
Sonic 1 and 2.
All right. Well, let's talk about our next movie. Okay.
This is the doozy.
Here we go. And once again, it's time for the synopsis with Cam.
Did you preload that? All right, our next movie is Low Blow. Yeah! So this one's pretty different. A ragtag group of unlikely allies take down... Nah, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm not going to give the same exact synopsis. All right, I think this one's pretty good.
That sounded familiar.
A ham sandwich loving man with car troubles takes down the evil alliance of a drunk man, an actress that should never have agreed to this film, and the Tybo guy for the most honorable reason. Justice. Nah, I'm just kidding. It was for money.
It was all for money.
It was all for money.
Well, and what people don't realize is that Low Blow is the prequel, the actual, the predecessor to the movie Blow.
With Johnny Depp?
Yeah. I just want to show something real quick before Corey goes into the cast and crew, if I could. So if you guys can see the movie cover here, the deadliest weapon is still your fist.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
It has this guy with a enlarged fist.
Who? That's not the star of the film, right?
No, I had to stop this movie multiple times because I was like, am I watching the right movie? Because this guy isn't in it. So I'm going to show you guys a different movie cover. This will make super sense for you.
That's the one, yeah.
Okay, so this is a better cover of the movie, okay? Because this guy isn't in it, and either are these three people. And there was also not a semi-truck in the movie. So I don't know what. And if you're like, wait a second, that's not the same movie. Yes, it is. If you read down here, if you can see it, it says his deadliest weapon is still his fist.
What did the other thing say?
When the odds are against you, you hit first, hit hard, and hit with a low blow.
Which usually is cheating.
Yeah.
Like a low blow, like it is cheating. And I was kind of confused too because that guy's not in this movie.
Yeah, this guy is like hella ripped and just decided to stay home for the movie.
Yeah, he didn't make it.
He was there to paint this picture, and that's it. But
I can't imagine this movie took that long to film.
Well, also if you read the synopsis, for, like on like what did we watch this on? Whatever streaming service we watched.
Flex.
It said a guy, private investigator teams up with a Vietnam veteran, which he does. But I was like, oh, this must be the Vietnam veteran in the picture.
Nope.
No, it's not him either. But anyway, so if this guy isn't in the movie, then Corey, you need to tell us who is in the movie.
I don't think I have a casting credit for the guy on the cover. I have failed.
So you can.
Yeah. I know, Ryu. I know. It's disturbing and it's upsetting that I don't know who that is. But I tell you who I do know. Okay, I don't know actually these people I'm about to say, but they were in the movie. They actually were in the movie, starting with John Temple. Who the character was John Templeton. All right, but I didn't write his actual name down. Troy Donahue. Troy Donahue. Isn't that like a?
Sounds like a Simpsons character.
Troy Donahue. Wasn't Donahue
that was Phil Donahue.
Phil Donahue, yeah. What do you call those? Talk show host. But anyways, Troy Donahue, who played John Templeton in this movie, is probably most known for being Hatchet's father in the movie Crybaby. You familiar with that movie?
Yeah, also has Johnny Depp in it. See, there's this all leads to the movie Blow.
Exactly. Next, we have Cameron Hadouken! Mitchell. I was just looking at Cam when I said that. Actually,
that's not my name.
It's true. Fine. Cam Iran Mitchell played Yarakunda in this movie, but mostly known for being Ravenwood Asylum Doctor in the must-watch movie Demon Cop. That might come up soon.
Yeah.
Maybe. We might have to, maybe for Halloween, we'll watch a little Demon Cop or something. But last but not least, the star of the movie, the guy not even close to being on the cover, Leo Fong, who plays Joe Wong in this movie, mostly known for his character in what could be the sequel to this, actually. He also plays Joe Wong in 1988's Blood Street. So this is
a sequel. Yeah,
there was a sequel.
There's two sequels actually.
This character goes on.
You guys were so enamored with this movie, you can't wait for the sequels, eh?
Yeah. I didn't know that until like an hour ago.
Oh yeah, and he also wrote it.
Of course he did.
Leo Fong. Yeah, no joke.
Yeah, but he must have got somebody to write the jokes though.
I mean,
definitely.
Those hit hard.
Yeah, dude. So there's multiple. Yeah. So Low Blow was the beginning of like the Joe Wong trilogy, because then it was Blood. What was it called? Blood Street. Mm-hmm. Do you know the third one or no?
It's like High and Dry or something. I don't know. I mean, I actually haven't seen that one. I've seen Blood Street, but
you can.
He's probably the most charismatic man in mid-'80s Hollywood, I would say. Name someone else, Corey.
I'm trying. I can't. I mean, the whole time I was watching this, though, I was wondering who would win in a fight. Would it be Joe Wong or Walker Texas Ranger? That would be a great street fight. That would be good.
Well,
obviously, Low Blow would win.
Yeah.
Let's just call him Low Blow for the rest.
Let's just call him Low Blow for the rest. It's under Joe Wong. Yeah, we'll just call him Low Blow. I am like frantically trying to figure out what the other movie is. So there's Blood Street, Low Blow, and I can't find the third one. But let's get into the clips. That's all I got for cast and crew. And Ryu is just
yet again, I might say,
time. What's
no
that?
crew?
No, I mean. No Never. Crew. I mean, we can talk about the crew though, because Frank Harris was the director. Oh, Leo Fong was the story.
Yeah, he wrote it.
He wrote this one as well. Wow, he's
prolific.
He recently he died 2 years ago. 2022.
Yeah, actually, speaking of things I didn't know until right before the show started, that one stung. But also, he was 93.
Would you say it was a little bit of a low blow?
Low blow. He was 93 when he died in 2022. Which means what? He was 50 in this?
Did you guys see his IMDb photograph? It's badass.
Oh, it's super badass. Yeah, the fighting pose.
The fighting pose. Yeah, dude. All right, so the whole second half of this show is us talking about Leo Fong.
Well, yes. Well, let's get into some clips, though. Okay?
Let's do it. Maybe we'll see the guy on the cover.
So so the movie starts off with it's weird. Okay, so
weird.
So this is what you see when it starts off. Okay, so this diner is getting robbed by multiple men. Like there's not going to be enough money in this to split it three ways. There's just not.
Put your head down!
Okay, and he's in his office across the street and down the block.
Yeah.
Okay, like he's at least midway down this block, and across the street and up, right?
Yeah.
And does he hear this? Because they haven't shot any shots yet. So he hears this.
That was my impression. That was going on.
Okay, so he probably could have heard that, right? But until then, I don't know how he would have heard any of this. And also, yeah, okay. And then if he thinks there's danger,
I gotta save the day.
Why is
but
he
in a
going
bit?
How cool he is, though. What he like spit something on his desk there?
Yeah, he had a toothpick.
Toothpick, yeah.
Joe, what are you doing?
His gun is like maybe the best character in this movie, other than the car.
Where are you going?
His car is great everywhere he parks it.
So I tried to include the jokes here. There's quite a few of them, so we'll get through them quickly here. But so he goes in.
Hey, is my ham sandwich ready? Sit down,
And I should mention that the background music is not doing a very good job of being background music.
Oh no, it's really hard to hear like all of the dialogue.
Yeah. So it's in some of the scenes with the main bad guy. I EQ'd it because the music is just.
The fact that you brought up the music, the entire time they had the music, every time the music came on, all it sounded like to me was like doing a GTA heist. I don't know if you guys ever played Grand Theft Auto, but it's like that. This just sounds like GTA heist music.
Okay, so he goes in and says, "Where's my ham sandwich?" Right?
You waste no time.
Hey, forget the sandwich.
Forget the sandwich.
I like the energy that you delivered the line with, Trent. I wanted so badly to correct you. It's like, no, he didn't say that. He said, "Hey, is my ham sandwich ready?"
Yeah, keep the sandwich. Okay, so which he should have got the sandwich. He should have got the sandwich because now he's gonna walk. And I didn't clip this because it's super long. This next part of the movie is like 10 minutes long. And it's you're seeing a car going over bridges, but he's not in the car. He's just walking to the police station to get yelled at for killing these three men. If he does it again, they're really going to start to crack down on some of his murdering. You know,
I think that the point, we've already touched on like 3 different examples of how the editing probably made this a way sillier movie than it.
Oh, the editing was
like, because you're right. There was no establishment that he had ordered a ham sandwich.
Yep.
Or why he would go there.
Oh, I thought that his ham sandwich thing was him trying to get in.
Oh, it's just a joke. Yeah, sure.
So that he could then save the day.
Yeah, because bullets don't travel through glass, and he couldn't have just shot those 3 guys from the street. But
Fair.
I had thought he was just a regular coming in like, "Hey, ham sandwich. Oh, you guys got a burglary going on, huh?"
Well, then that would also like the ham sandwich thing is implied, and that's what you think what's going on. And then the cop thing is also you assume he's a cop then, right?
Yeah.
Like he just left his office, and then he goes back to the station, and they yell at him, and they say, "We're going to take your gun," and then he just leaves with it, because that's a thing that happens all the time.
Well,
Go ahead.
They did tell him like, "Hey, you don't work for us anymore."
Right.
So you can't be
Sure,
shoot.
yeah.
We can shoot people without repercussion. You cannot.
Well, and the way he exits that conversation with the cops, and he's just like, "Have a good day, boys," or something like whatever, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go shoot another person. Real quick.
And also they should have give him some moving violations as well, like because that car, that car is just a travesty here, right? Well, and then here's the other main character of the movie. Cam mentions the car and the gun, but this wonderful place. There's nothing going. This is. I'm not trying to take a side of a cult, but really, like, this is kind of like a Koresh situation. If nobody got involved, nobody would have gotten hurt.
Yeah, the FEMA trailer wasn't hurting anyone.
Come closer, my child.
Okay, so in the Street Fighter movie, there was this actor, right, and his name was Wes Studi, right, and he's most known for playing the Sphinx in the Mystery Men movie.
Yep.
Where this guy is Cameron Mitchell, who's really good at playing the Sphinx in this movie.
Honestly, when you showed the picture earlier, I thought about this guy. I'm like, did he just? Okay, maybe that's not who he was.
That's where the movies join.
That's the connection.
Do you have a single clip of Cameron Mitchell standing?
No, I don't think he was able to at this. But please check out his wardrobe. He's wearing the black hood. I mean, like, this is Junior Wizard group, type of thing. He's got the black hood and the robes, right? And then this is the main. Not a character, but she's the point of the movie, right? So she joins this kindness, love, and whatever group
club.
Yeah, and you have to get rid of your old life, right? So you have to get a new name, and that's what this scene is.
So I kept waiting. Like, to me, like, the cover implied to me that somebody was going to have a really large hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole time. So, like, at first I'm like, okay, well, it's not Joe Wong. And then they showed this clip of him, like, caressing her face. I'm like, is his hand, like, overly large there? But it's not.
No,
like,
he does have a hand on the desk holding, like, a heart.
Well, I saw that too. That's why I'm like, okay, so something about a large hand has to be in this movie. I kept waiting for it the entire time. Because look how big his fist is on that cover. That would be the ultimate low blow with that fist. Look at that hand. That's a fake hand.
Okay, hold on. I just want to call out the real, low-hanging, low-blow joke here is that this lady is going to go talk to the leader, the manager in the back room here, and her name is Karen.
And look at that hair.
Well, if you think her hair is bad here, it progressively gets worse throughout the movie.
Welcome to my family. From now on, your name will be Purity.
So we never learn her real intentions in this movie, but she's the main bad guy.
Yeah,
she's playing the cult leader as like a puppet. All right. Okay. There's scenes in this movie that just exist for no reason at all other than to exist, and this is
every scene in this movie just is in the movie to exist.
So he should have had that ham sandwich
because he goes to the diner.
Yeah, he goes. Yeah, he goes, gets yelled at by the police, and then he goes to this diner, and what does he do? He grosses everybody out.
Oh, you're left. Your favorite chicken feet soup.
Chicken feet soup.
Rice.
By the way, I barely edited this clip. They bring this out in like 30 seconds.
Oh, yeah. Well, you see him chop the chicken and then it's, yeah.
Chicken feet soup. Chicken feet soup. Very good. Mr. Wong.
The editing is so bad. Like, there's a
that was my editing.
Oh, okay. Wait, was it?
Yeah, I clipped it just because it was, or else
I don't believe you, but I think it's a movie.
But look how big that bowl is. But anyway, so he gets chicken feet soup. Okay.
Only one foot.
Done. So there a woman got her purse stolen.
Yeah.
He goes and saves the day, and the father of Karen, Purity, sees this, and he's like, we need him. That guy can say he can get if he can get a purse back, he can get my daughter back, no problem. That's logic. Right?
That whole purse scene was ridiculous.
Yeah, but just think.
I mean, the whole movie is. But yeah. If he can get a purse back,
wait, you can get a purse back from two idiots. I'm sure he can take a militia, armed cult down.
I mean, he's got to be the answer.
So that's what the movie's about. Is that Mr. Fong Wong gets a group together, right? He needs to put a band together and go, and he needs to get like a Street Fighter team to go and infiltrate the enemy base and save the hostages, right? This is nothing like the last movie.
And I haven't seen this movie in a long time, just because this one sticks in your memory. But doesn't he end up getting the purse stealers in his gang?
No. But they end up they try out for his thing. But I'll show you.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, because I'm going to bring one up in here in a second, because Corey didn't mention. He's a huge actor, and Corey didn't even mention him. So we'll get to him in a second. What I want to show is that Karen Purity here. Now, if you thought her hair was ridiculous before, here's what she looks like, and she actually wore this same outfit in another movie. I'll show you here.
That's the Unix book.
Yeah.
Cool.
Either one, doesn't matter. All right, so just like anybody, you wake up, you go to work, you kill 3 people in a attempted robbery. You go get yelled at with the police. You go eat some chicken feet. Then you stop a robbery of a purse, where probably just coupons. I mean, no offense, the woman didn't get hurt.
Maybe a couple bucks,
Yeah, and then now you're being enlisted to go and take down an entire cult. And what is it, noon? Right?
It's just a Wednesday.
Yeah, so we gotta go and we just let it's funny you say that, because that was the big quote in Street Fighter that I didn't capture, but where Bison says, like, when I came to your village, that was the most important day of your life. For me, it was a Tuesday. That's a killer line. But anyway, so it's like noon. It's lunchtime here. He needs to blow off some steam, so he goes and just goes over to the gym and just starts going at the bags, I guess. So this is our not this guy, but the guy in the ring that they're supposed to be sparring, and he's going just to town on this guy. That's the Vietnam vet that he enlists in his group, right? That's the first guy he gets. But I wanted to point out this conversation that he has right afterwards. Okay. By the way, the other movie had Balrog, who had boxing gloves. That's what ties this movie together.
More boxing. The guy in the back has a camel with a beard.
All right, so he sees this and like, that guy can take down a cult. And that patch of hair right here.
I know, it's just like what?
It's like a target.
It is just.
All right, so I just wanted
that kid's excited.
I needed to show that clip so you understood what was going on in this scene. So I just wanted to make this clip. Again, this movie doesn't like to just tell you what's going on. They like to just have you have to figure it out. It's kind of fun. But this guy.
You mean Duke? He used to be one of the top pros in the business. They take that sparring quite seriously. Well, they should. There's over 200,000 riding on that fight.
By the way, I realize that I have a large mole on my face.
Where? What? Where's that mole? I didn't see one.
Large mole.
You guys see it?
Take that swine quite seriously.
Oh my gosh. It's distracting. Anyway.
It is distracting. I had a feeling we might have seen some more Austin Powers tonight. I knew you were going to say something about Austin Powers because of earlier. I had a feeling.
Yeah, I telegraphed that one pretty well.
I had a
private investor.
I was gonna make another Wayne's World clip as well, just have a whole Mike Myers night here. But do you remember that scene in Wayne's World where Chris Farley's character gives him gives them all of the plot, right?
Yeah,
and he's like, that seems super convenient for like a low level, concert security guard to have all of this information. Seemed extraneous at the time, but anyway, that's what I feel about this scene. Okay, we need to find out where Karen Purity is, right? So because her dad hired Mr. Wong to find her, so he goes over to her best friend's house and listen to what her best friend, high school age friend, says about where what's possible here.
I've been hired by her father to find her. She's been missing for about 2 weeks.
Well, about 6 months ago, Karen got involved in this religion called Universal Enlightenment. In fact, she tried to get me to go to their weekly meetings. She was always talking about freeing her mind to the past, present, and future. She did mention seeing that Yada Kundet, I guess he's their head honcho or guru. She mentioned a place called Unity Village. I don't know where that is.
So instead of him having to do any private investigating work at all, he just went to the first person he talked to who just spilled the beans, told him everything he needs to know. That's weird.
It's almost like he wrote the screenplay. He's like, it'd be hard for me to have to go through a discovery phase.
Well, it would have been great if there was a scene where the father's talking to Wong about finding his daughter, and he's like, "Well, hold on, did you talk to her best friend yet? Because I'm not doing this. If that already went down, if that road went nowhere, I'm not going to do this."
I was so distracted by her eyebrows because the whole time while she's talking, she's like doing this. Like moving her eyebrows up and down a lot.
Yeah, like she was acting into a mirror.
Which probably is what happened.
Yeah.
My guess is I just assumed that she was reading the cue, but no, she was really excited to talk about what was happening in the movie.
And what I was distracted by is again the music was far louder than the dialogue. All right. Oh, this is a dumb joke. It is a super dumb joke. But man, you can't tell me that the first time you saw this, you didn't think something similar. Okay?
Okay, what is it?
Who is that guy in the checkered shirt?
Who's that guy in the checkered shirt?
They're all wearing checkered shirts.
Yeah. You might as well have been this group.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you Google bunch of guys in a flannel.
I was thinking, was it like a wedding party or something?
Okay, and then the private investigation skills of this guy. So we already proved that he knocked on one door, got all the information he needed, but he still needs to know where it is because the girl's like, I don't even know where that is, right? So he goes to this place and he eventually asks where it is, and they just tell him, right? But his deduction skills lack a lot here. Okay, so he's gonna go into this convenience store. He's not even gonna get that far past the register here.
Yeah.
Yes, can I help you?
Got something cold to drink?
You got something cold to drink at a convenience store?
Maybe the refrigerator second.
Could it be any of these bottles that a guy was grabbing as you walked in?
Did anybody else think which, like I thought, I'm like, I wonder which one he's going to grab. And then when he grabbed, I think he grabbed like the orange juice.
I thought it looked like pineapple juice.
Okay.
The guy eats chicken feet. He's not drinking straight up.
He's not drinking orange juice. He's definitely drinking pineapple juice.
And then he just grabs it from there.
So what you didn't show there, you're showing all the clips I was gonna tell you to show. This is awesome. So you did the old people. Did you watch them and how like suspicious they were?
Yeah. There's a cult 4 miles away from here, but this guy, I don't know. He didn't think they had cold drinks in here.
They just kept giving him the side eye.
Okay, but to be fair, you ever been in a place and like someone jumps the curb when they're trying to park and they walk in, you're like, okay, I'm gonna watch this person because they're obviously crazy.
Yeah, not from around here. And they asked, do you have a cold drink?
Yeah,
at a convenience store. Yes. And now we're gonna get to the
and I could have made way more clips here, but they're so the lady that at the convenience store tells him where to go, and he does something weird in there. Just you can just watch it yourselves. But he like goes around this corner and then backs up for no reason. There's just some weird stuff. But I was getting very, very clip heavy, and all I wanted to do was really show the stupid stuff. So
dude, that is the amazing writing of Leo Fong.
So she is. I just want to show what she's eating here. So throughout the entire movie, she's eating. Back then, they were just called chicks and rabbits, but now they're called.
Hold on, sorry, I can't hear you with the music over.
So they're called chicks and rabbits, but now you can get them as chicks, rabbits, and eggs. But these are the most disgusting candies in the history of candy, and this girl just eating them all the way through the whole movie. But
they're like circus peanuts, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Nasty.
Yeah.
Do you think they chose that particular candy like to be like because that's like what the bad guy would do?
Well, no, I think that if you eat these willingly, you're suspicious, and you probably
are psychotic.
You run a cult,
a lunatic. Yeah, you run a cult in a small town.
Yeah. Well, how about this?
I don't know where else.
The percentage of people that like these, must exist, right? Because they're still made, right? But the percentage of people who like these must be pretty small. So small that you could probably have them all hang out together just out of town and make, and then let's just make this a religious organization for tax purposes.
Is there cult called Chicks and Rabbits? Did they ever say what the cult name is? CNR, we call it.
So this is the same scene where she was eating the chicks and rabbits. But did you guys notice that she can just like take him out with just a Vulcan death grip?
Well, that's why you eat chicks and rabbits.
Pass me my candy.
Maybe are you gonna bring up the handcuffs? Somebody had handcuffs on for like a brief moment, and then. Yeah, he did, and then she immediately just took him off.
Yeah, well, they had him on there when the guys were beating him,
right? And then,
but she took.
To me, I just felt like that was a bad move on her part. I mean, obviously it worked out, but like in my head, I'm like, you're taking those handcuffs off. He's gonna kick your ass. What are you doing? But no, I guess chicks and rabbits. I'm on that one now. Chicks and rabbits.
They're a superfood.
It's the superfood. It's a very cult-like food.
I can make Wayne's World references to this whole thing. Remember in Wayne's World where they show like the pane of glass that gets driven through? This has a similar thing. Like, did they use a stack of?
Oh yeah. It's the exact same scene. I didn't even think about that.
of empty cardboard boxes.
Yeah.
nothing in those.
Just set up for no reason next
There's
to the
nothing-
FEMA trailer.
Nothing in them, and they're like strategically placed like in the middle of the road. Go back, just go back a smidge. Like look where they are.
They are on pallets, and then there's there's a pallet loader here.
Okay.
But do you need to put empty boxes on pallets?
And there's two
Trent, you need two things to live. You need, well, I guess you need three things to live. You need chicks and rabbits and oxygen.
And those are the oxygen. And these gunmen are just stormtrooper worthy.
Yeah, stormtrooper.
There were less boxes there than there were in the scene where you could see them.
They just disintegrated in smoke.
One trailing box.
Oh, and they're folding up. Maybe that's what's happening. So he's got an automatic rifle. Couldn't he just be like unloading here and
instead of one shot at a time?
The car's going down a narrow road. All right, enough of that.
I think one of my favorite things about this podcast is gun facts with Trent.
Because I don't know anything about guns.
Yeah, it's like I'm taking your word for it that was automatic. I have no freaking clue.
I just assume by the shape of it, I guess.
I always assume that just because I play video games, that if it has a clip, it would be
right.
Oh, okay, all right. Did we just find out that this is the internet's #1 bad movie review anti-gun podcast?
I don't know anything about guns. I really don't. Just from video games. That's about it.
I think we found our demographic. All right.
So this scene. Okay. We're gonna need just like 45 seconds of silence here. There's a lot going on in this scene, and it's vital to the plot. Okay. And by the way, before I get into it, this is the one scene where the music isn't very loud, and I would like it to be louder because I might be wrong. Please tell me I'm wrong. Sure sounds like Kenny Rogers to me, right? But yeah, this scene is super vital. You got a girl, several other people that are part of this cult. They need to get out. They need their lives saved. They need to get back to normal. They're just for their sake of their hair alone, right? And you got our private investigator making a map of the compound here. I mean, this is a vital scene. It needed to be in the movie.
How do you want your eggs, Joe?
One fried and one scrambled.
On the table. The letter read, I'm leaving for LA. What's wrong?
Scrambled the wrong egg.
You scrambled the wrong egg. We watched that entire scene for that joke. How would you like your eggs? I'd like one scramble, and then she goes into it, and you scrambled the wrong egg.
Well, what's funny is that I wanted you to share that clip because I thought it was so awkward that somebody requested one scrambled, one fried. Like, I mean, like when you go to a restaurant, like, how would you like your eggs? Or anywhere you go, you just say like one. You don't, one scrambled, one egg, and then to do the wrong one, even. What a horrible cook.
Yeah, no, I don't know how many times I go to Perkins and I order this exact same order. They never scramble the right one.
Yeah, jerks.
You know what? This is a hill I'm gonna die on. All right.
But
I'm with Leo. All right.
Well, you gotta do the right one. But have you guys ever ordered eggs? Two different types of eggs?
No.
I think, yeah, I do think it's a little bit of it is kind of a funny joke, because if you're asking for two eggs, you'd assume they'd be the same.
It's a cute joke. But more importantly, Thank you for pointing out the music.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, I didn't even notice the music.
That makes me mean.
Sure sounds like Kenny Rogers to me.
Well, what's funny, like the line where he like puts the eggs on the table, he's saying something about table right there.
So what I desperately before the show, I spent an hour trying to find the song. I couldn't Shazam it. I wrote down as many lyrics as I could pick out, but it's she left her perfume letter on the table. That's what it is, you know. And the chorus is love doesn't take time to walk around or whatever. Yeah.
I can't wait for 8 months from now when Shazam. You know how when you Shazam something and it doesn't come back, and then like 8 months later, it's like, hey, we figured it out.
Yeah.
Like, thanks.
I can't wait for the text message from you on that day.
And I'll be like, it was
it was called One Scrambled, One Fried.
Okay, by Cameron Mitchell.
What's wrong?
Okay.
Scrambling the wrong egg.
There.
I haven't seen this movie in a long time. That's his assistant, right?
Yeah.
And she also lives with him and cooks with him?
Yep. And goes to Vegas with him. Yeah! And she does the checkbook.
That's the most important part of her job.
Yeah.
And scolding him constantly.
Yep.
I still can't get over the fact that we just heard a boy in the kitchen. Like,
I don't know if it's him. Sure sounds like him though.
It sure sounds like him.
You know,
I'd put a gamble on that.
I just wanted to show this scene real quickly. I didn't understand where this takes place. So after the breakfast scene, he jumps in his car, goes here. This isn't the bad guy's place, though.
This is cabin.
This is Wong's cabin?
I have no idea.
I don't know. It just seems weird that the bad guys knew where he would be. Right? Like, they didn't hire a private investigator.
Well, just like he heard the burglary going on earlier, you know?
They heard those eggs being scrambled. But I love this actor. This actor is good. This is solid.
This actor is good. Oh,
yeah. That's good.
Sending it.
Could make for a good, like, exact human being.
Man, that guy.
And he doesn't die here. He gets right up.
Yeah.
Unlike David Carradine.
Hold on. You see it? There's like open here?
What was that?
I'll go back just a smidge. I noticed this when I was watching it. So when he lifts the gun up, it looks. Oh, did you take that out? Wait. Right there. Stop.
Oh, it's missing the magazine.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, I don't know how those work.
I mean, here we are back on guns. I think that was a mistake.
How did he
To
not?
be fair, he didn't need the gun.
Yeah. But how did he not see? How did this guy not see him? You know, there's a board here, but there isn't here.
The whole time during this scene, I was like looking at the sides, like, okay, let's see if I can see him before the camera did. Before the person did. Oh.
I like his. I do like his headband.
Oh, you can.
Anyone got my gun?
That's all right. I'll get the
Oh, and then the big guy that I like, the good actor. He's a weird one to follow in the movie as well. He was on the watchtower when the young man and Wong escape, and he drives away through the boxes and everything. He was the one in the watchtower. So in the scene after that, the bad guy lady, the chicks and rabbits lady, gets her biggest tough guys to get him down from the watchtower, and they bring him inside. and they must have beat up on him. But then he's still in the movie. It's bizarre.
Maybe they shot this scene first.
And I guess I'm assuming
we only have the puppies for one day.
and I'm assuming that these bad guys are part of the cult, right? Like it does. They don't. It's hard to understand.
After jumping ship like Zangoff.
I love this though, because where is he? I mean, he looks.
What's up, you guys? Oh, because he was hanging above.
Yeah, he was hanging.
He was down in the little.
Somebody get me down from here!
Look at that. And then this is the most insane thing you'll ever see in a movie ever.
Yeah, this is the reason to watch this, folks, at home.
So there's all 3 bad guys are in the car. They refuse to come out and take their licks like a man. They don't want to get a low blow. So he goes and gets the jaws of life.
Did he get it out of the car, or where did he get it?
What?
Where did he get the saw from again?
Off camera.
Yeah, and also the goggles.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to get at.
They're just waiting in this car. They could have ran out right now and overtaken him.
Like in the Street Fighter game where you have to destroy a car.
Oh, like the bonus levels where you beat up the car?
Worst bad guys ever. Just like, crap, he got us.
And then he just lets them run away. I mean, he killed those guys in the
3
restaurant.
people.
Right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I guess I get why you wouldn't get out of the car, because like you're gonna get sawed, but yeah, it's a very silly scene.
When he's on the one side of the car, you could have got out there.
No, you could get out the other side.
100%.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Do you think he didn't kill them because he was told not to kill anymore? I mean, did he kill anyone?
It was a different jurisdiction.
Oh, no, they kill people at the end.
Oh, at the very end, but I mean, like, yeah, maybe he was just thinking, he was worried about that. He's trying to do well. He's trying to do right. Yeah.
Well, okay, so I want to show this. This is a weird scene here too. I feel like this is, Corey mentioned the editing earlier. I don't know if these two scenes are actually the same scene. I think that they mistakenly just it just looks like they're together. So what I'm describing here is, it seems like the shoe shine guy is just off camera here.
He's right there.
He's just right next to him. And so basically he's gonna make a call. I'm gonna give away the scene here. So he makes a call to his assistant to put an ad in the paper. Okay. And then because he needs to have a tough guy competition, right? So he can make his team to go and infiltrate the cult base, right? But so anyway, the shoe shine guy is shining the shoes of a really tough guy, and the guy's like, you know what I mean, action around here, and he's like, I just heard about this guy is putting together a competition, a contest, and then he hands him the newspaper for him to read about it. That they just said. So watch this. You'll see.
Yeah, let's see.
Diane, I have an idea. Put this ad in the newspaper. Tough man contest, $25,000 cash.
Any hot tips there, Al?
Yeah. Some dude's putting on a tough man's contest. You should make a comeback.
Very interesting.
Like, did it instantly print in a newspaper? I mean, it looks
Wait, no, Trent, you said the newspaper.
A newspaper.
No, it just did it instantly print in newspaper. That line, it's so good. So Diane, put ad in newspaper.
Oh, put ad in newspaper, not the newspaper, newspaper. With the editing, there was another scene from earlier where, like, in the beginning, towards the earlier in the movie, where she said, like, we need to go talk to this person, and the next cut was him talking to that person.
Oh, the girl, yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, go on.
Okay, here's Corey's gross negligence on display for his casting crew. Okay, so at the tough guy competition, it's one of the purse robbers from earlier. Probably the most famous actor in this film.
Looks like we're gonna make some money here. Yep.
Star Wars, if they should Star Wars, please let these Star Wars stay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Murray.
It really looked like him. Yeah.
Is it? It's
definitely not Bill Murray.
Okay. You had me for a second.
It really looked like him.
But that character,
I didn't even catch
is in this movie. That character is that guy. Dude, I'm literally like going like this through IMDb credits right now. I'm like, what are you talking about? Where?
Okay, this is my favorite scene in the movie.
They had a huge cast, man. I missed out. Yeah,
not because it's gross, because he's like with an underage girl here, but just let's just check this out. Papa? She was still eating those candies right there.
I'm gonna get you some.
She climbs in bed with him. Look what he's wearing. Just the hood.
Just the hood. Have you guys ever seen you guys probably already know this because you're older than me, but you know how Michael Jackson's wearing a hoodie on the Thriller cover?
What?
Yeah, he's wearing a hoodie and then a jacket.
I mean, I could see that. I gotta look at the Thriller cover.
It's gonna blow you guys' mind. The first time I noticed it, I was like, what is happening here? And Trent, you can put this up in the edit, maybe slap it up there. It's not edited, it's real.
So yeah, the Thriller cover is where he's like leaning on his side.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And then you know what's on the inside cover? The same picture, but he has a baby tiger on hanging out.
Oh,
that's cute. And it grew up to kill 8 people.
It's Roy one. Yeah.
So, do you guys think his hand looks like
it's bigger?
Large? No. Is it bigger? Is that from the cover or
it's
no?
Just a younger girl.
This is a younger girl. Look how big his hand is. That's huge.
I don't think he's the guy from the cover.
He's not.
I'm going to turn this down because I'm going to talk over it. But
what his hand is.
So what makes this movie different than the other movie is that they had to get to the base via water down the river. It's the only way to get there. And actually, this movie shows it for a really long time. It's a good 11 minutes of them going downriver.
Which the movie is only an hour and 24 minutes.
Okay, that guy. That's the guy that just got strangled at the mysterious place, and then that's the guy that was in the tower, and they took and beat him off screen. I just wanted to show some of the team. They don't have any moves, His eyes are closed.
Yeah, where he's closing them. Another fun thing that I only found out a few hours ago because I had to refresh myself on this movie was Leo Fong's Wikipedia page has a whole section on fighting style.
Oh. Wow.
And what is it? Punch? Yeah. He also shoots a lot. Yeah.
Close your eyes and
It says on the
This style is called park the car.
Slam car into curb, punch guy. Put on safety goggles though. Be safe, kids.
Yeah, well, it's right here. Remember, you are a professional. It says that right on the wall.
It does. It also says on the movie cover that your best weapon is your fist.
I could have made this scene shorter. All right.
They could have too.
Yeah.
Well, I guess actually they probably couldn't have hit the 90-minute mark.
Okay, if you thought that girl's hair got really ridiculous there when she was working in the fields, it's worse when she's when he pulls her out of the van than she is when she reunites with the dad. It's like all like just awful. It's just a mess. His hair's a mess too.
It's like the Melvins guy. Her, not the. That's more like a Joe Biden.
You just had to go and join a cult.
Again, it sounds like video game music.
So, like I said, I wanted to include all the jokes. So here's the last joke, because this is how the movie ends.
Now, Wobbs, I have a question for you. Because we were talking on the phone earlier today.
Yep.
Did you miss that whole scene? Because you said something happened.
That's the first time I saw that scene.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I like that.
You were like, yeah, it stopped a few minutes short of the ending, but I don't think I missed anything. You know, and I was like, oh no, you missed something.
I didn't see that last scene. That was pretty funny.
So what ended up what you did miss though is the guy from the cover of the movie, because he never made his.
He was never in it. I think his hand might have been, at least. He wasn't in it. I was trying to figure out the other movies that our boy was in, Mr. Leo Fong. Yeah,
there was only one other. I'll find it here real quick. Right quick.
I mean, he's been in quite a bit. Like I was.
Yeah, he really has been.
I was looking at his Google.
They even have a term, Fong-sploitation, like you know, like black exploitation or sexploitation. Like he had his minute, man, and it was like a decade.
Do we do
from the ages of 50 to 60?
Yeah. Do we do Blood Street? I mean, we might have to later on. Can you handle another one of these movies? It's going to be the same movie, 100%.
Yeah, like, we're going to have to change the name of the show to "Do You Remember This Fong Movie?"
But this one takes place in San Francisco. And it says the streets of San Francisco.
This movie
will never be the same.
What? Yeah, it's the exact same character.
Okay,
and also the sequel, from what I've heard, has a little bit more of like an actual plot instead of just disjointed scenes. Yeah,
instead of chicken feet.
And then because in the beginning of the movie, Corey, they go over this. I don't know the name of it, but there's a really long bridge. It's like a yellowish bridge, like a.
Is it red?
It's not red. It's more like a gold.
More gold
bridge.
Are there gates on it?
There is.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
and it's a bridge.
That's our indicator.
Yeah, that wasn't in the version I watched. I watched the version with the guy from the cover was in the movie, so I don't know who you're talking about.
And his giant hand. Let's see if I can make that look like. I'm trying to
I legit
get the clip for the thumbnail.
I just assumed this was like a what was that movie? Steel Arm, whatever we watched.
Hands of Steel.
Hands of Steel. That's what I thought this was going to be kind of like because of the cover. And
but then you were pleasantly surprised to see it was exactly the movie Street Fighter. And really, like the cult guy wanted to build a society. Bison wants to build Bisonopolis, right? And that's the whole point of it. They're the same plot.
I mean,
well, that kind of makes Street Fighter seem like a bad movie then.
Like when you read both the actual synopsis of the movies, they sound like completely different movies. So, but they're in the same movie.
Well, also the synopsis of this movie makes it sound like he only gets help from one person, right? That he enlists the help of a Vietnam vet. No, he enlists a bunch of illegal illegal fighting,
scallywags.
Oh, and by the way, there was illegal fighting in like the what do you, I don't know what you call it, like the bet, where the people are betting on it. That was in both movies, right? Like that's where we saw
like pit fighting.
Pit fighting. That's the name I'm looking for.
Hip fighting.
Pit fighting.
Pit fighting from Game of Thrones.
Oh,
you guys remember that, right?
I was
scenes. No, I'm sorry.
I remember a lot from Game of Thrones, and like I was, but I'm not the guy who went back and rewatched it a few times. Definitely not, but that's all right. Speaking of Game of Thrones, let's give our final thoughts, huh? That's my segue. So I want Trent to go first, and let's do Street Fighter first. Let's go back to Street Fighter.
I enjoy Street Fighter because I like bad movies, but it's a 3. It's a 3.
Can you think of a video game movie that you enjoy? Besides Mortal Kombat, we kind of tossed on that earlier. I don't know if that was off camera.
I like movies that are about video games. I don't like movies that are about a video game, right? I think good video game movies would be like Tron, Scott Pilgrim. Like movies that are about that kind of world. But man, I'll give Sonic a chance, but I can't think of a good, I went to Mortal Kombat in the theater because I was so excited because I was a big fan of the game, and it was.
What year did that one come out? That came out before.
So
that was after Street Fighter came out. Yeah, Street Fighter came out first. Okay.
Yeah, Street Fighter and the Super Mario Brothers movie came out right around the same time.
Okay. Should we do that one? I don't know. I keep saying that. I keep asking if we should do these on this thing. Okay, so would you buy this movie?
No.
No? Would you recommend it to anyone?
Yeah, sure.
Like if someone's like, I'm looking to watch a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, would this be the one you recommend?
I guess, because that's probably the one I would know that he was in.
I'm going to give my final thoughts on it too. I also give it a 3. And that's, I don't got a whole lot to say about it. It's a horrible movie. I remember it being better when I was younger, and at least in my head, that's how I remembered it. Remember it being a lot more fun. I was always confused why Ryu and Ken weren't the main guys in the movie, though. So I get you.
That's the problem with all the video game movies. You can't just make a movie about the video game. You have to change it, right? And then because you changed it, it means it's no good anymore.
I think one of the coolest things of this movie is like the cover. I think the cover it's a cool cover. So I'm gonna give it that. If I give it a 3, I would not buy this movie. I bet I would have like 5 or 10 years ago by mistake thinking that it was like a good movie and then buying it and be like, oh dude, why did I buy this? So I give it a 3. I don't recommend it either. Cam, what do you got?
Damn. You guys both went in 3s.
You can go 3 across the board.
Yeah, I'll go with this. Yeah, it's a 3. Too many TV screens. Competent production. Honestly, like I think that was all the positives we gave it but not much of a plot, and not in the way like how sometimes like when Japanese production companies make a movie that's like produced in English and you don't really know what's going on, but at the end you kind of figure it out. No, this one was just like, no, there wasn't really any substance. No. But yeah, the too many TV screens was pretty funny.
Here's what I think. That they should have made it like a fighting tournament.
Well, that would have been a different movie.
But that's what Street Fighter is as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
it is.
I mean, I suppose it is. Yeah, good point. You know,
in Street Fighter, you pick your character, you pick your country that you're representing, right? Yep. And then you fight. And then, so what they could have done is they could have, if their hearts were desperately set on making this movie, they should have made an alternate cut called Street Fighter the Movie Tournament Edition. Turbo.
Turbo. Extreme.
Super Street Fighter the movie. All
right. Low Blow. Who wants to talk about Low Blow first?
I'm going to give it a solid 2. Yeah! And it gets the 1 point for King Rogers.
Dude, I agree with that.
That's a guaranteed point.
It gets 2 points, 1 for each egg.
You would totally buy this movie, though, I bet.
I don't believe it's in a format you can purchase.
Yeah, no, there's no way.
That might be our first 2 for us. Would you recommend this movie to anyone?
No. I mean, yeah. I mean, it depends what you know, how it came up in conversation. You know, really.
Yeah. I mean, we're probably going to end up doing what we did last round, but I give it a 2 as well. It was kind of boring, I thought too, obviously, but I started enjoying the poor editing, which kept my attention. Like, okay, how bad is this going to continue to get? And but yeah, I give it a 2. I would never buy this movie. I'm glad I downloaded Plex. I didn't have it on our TV, but I downloaded Plex to watch it, and didn't cost me anything. So that's the way I like it. I would not recommend it either to anyone. Maybe Cam. Maybe I'll recommend it to Cam. If I didn't know Cam. Be like, you look like a good guy. You look like a guy that needs to watch Low Blow.
I think it's somebody brought it.
You think that, huh?
I think it's somebody.
I did recommend this. I'm the one that brought this up.
You were the one who brought it up.
I think if somebody was talking about if somebody's talking about the movie Blow, I'd be like, you need to see.
Have you seen the prequel, Low Blow? And then they go watch and they go, I don't understand how that connects to the movie Blow. It'd be like, then you didn't get it.
Yeah, you scrambled the wrong egg.
You scrambled the wrong egg. Cam, what do you rank this movie?
I'm gonna give it a 5. I think it's hilarious. I also, like I said, I haven't watched this in like 4 years. But I watched it on a night where we were just watching a bunch of Leo Fong movies, and it hits a point where like it's kind of charming. Like he thinks he's writing like a noir film, and he thinks he's writing it with like this very good tongue-in-cheek thing going on. That it hits a charming point. So if you come into it the way I did, where you just watch it not for the plot and you just watch it for this one guy making a vanity film, it's pretty entertaining.
Was this your first Leo Fong movie?
No, I think Hawkeye was the first one I saw.
Okay, so you already were introduced to Leo Fong.
Yeah. So I had already dipped my toes, and then Cameron Mitchell being in it was a real treat, especially because he was just like strung out in a chair the whole time. Was funny
with the giant hand.
Yeah, with his giant hand. I do like it. I don't know if it's available for purchase, but
I would give
maybe for about like $3. I'd purchase it
for $3 because
you're $3. Yeah.
Hopefully it's like a double disc with that.
Yeah, with Hawkeye and yeah.
Maybe.
It's probably going to be on Betamax.
Yeah.
And then I would definitely recommend it. I think you posting the picture of the poster in the group chat, I was just like, dude, we got to watch that. It's so funny. I am a little bummed you guys didn't think it was as funny as it was. But
I think it's funny, but it's not a good movie. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still bad.
Yeah, it's not, it's
and
not
it's also way, way, way funnier. And the intention, like of the two we watched tonight, the intention of this movie, I think, was to be a little bit funny, whereas Street Fighter seemed entirely unintentional, other than Raul's lines.
They were super serious about the whole movie.
Oh no, I think you're misreading Street Fighter. I think Street Fighter was intended for a 13-year-old kid. I mean, it was,
oh yeah, dickhead. Isn't that what they said or whatever?
Yeah, like it's intentionally never that. It's never too heavy, right?
Oh.
It's never. We have to keep it. We have to keep it simple, but we have to, do some silly humor in there to keep it interesting, and then it's just fan service to the whole movie. I think that's really the overall sense of, sense that I got out of that.
I would give the cover of Low Blow 5. Like I would give the cover a 5. Like I think the cover was definitely way better than the movie was. That's right. That's what I was expecting. I was expecting this guy on the cover to be like roaming the streets and just
punching people. Yeah,
like just punching. Yes. Anything else, guys? That was fun. These were two good action.
Oh, actually, I do have something.
Yeah, what's
else?
Oh, yeah, what the wall of vinyl here?
Yeah.
Okay, you can't quite see it. You can only see half of it. I got. Right here. I got Idols, Joy as an Act of Resistance, featuring my favorite song on the album, Never Fight a Man with a Perm. If you've never heard that song, look it up. Awesome song. A Man with a Perm. It goes hard in the paint, and I think the vibe of both of these movies is kind of encapsulated in that song. I feel like it would have made a better, incredibly loud soundtrack, backing music for Low Blow, and I think it would have had a few choice scenes in Street Fighter as well. And that's the Vinyl Minute with Cam.
Ooh, Vinyl Minute with Cam. Well, you good, Trent? You got anything else? No? Anyways, love the shirt, like I said earlier. But thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us tonight. And we'll be back with another episode of Do You Remember This Movie?
Or this TV show?
Or this TV show.
I found a perfume letter on the table. I'm leaving for LA.
What's wrong?
Searching for
Scrambling the wrong egg.